We are almost at the end of the CRUD operations for the walks controller, and we want to now implement the delete operation. So let's first start with the comment and say this is the delete a walk by ID, and this is the delete keyword, and the API URL is API/walks/the ID. And if I access this URL using this HTTP verb, we should expect a delete operation. So let's create the structure: public async task of type iActionResult, and we will call this the delete method. Let's annotate this with the HTTP delete attribute and create a route for that as well, which will take an ID parameter, and that is of type GUID. In here as well, the method will expect something from the route, and that will be of type GUID with the name of ID. So now we want to create a repository definition and method for this delete operation. So I will open the iWalk repository and create a delete async method, which will take a GUID of type GUID, and the name is ID. In return, it will respond with a task of walk, and that could be nullable based on if we are able to find a walk or not. Now for the implementation, I will open SQL walk repository and implement the interface. So control dot to implement the interface. We have the method over here. So let's create this as an async method first. And let's try to find this this walk first. So await dbContext dot walk dot first or default async x such that x dot id is equal to the ID coming over here. Let's store that in a variable. So we can call this existing walk. Now we will check if existing walk is equal to null, then return a null back. Otherwise, we will do a delete operation. So await, we will do a delete operation using the dbContext. So dbContext.walks.remove, and we don't have a remove async method. That's why we are not using the await. So we will pass the existing walk to the remove method. And in the last line, we will say save changes. So await dbContext.save changes async. And finally, we return the deleted walk back. So we have the delete method ready. We can now use it within the controller, and we will just call the repository directly. So await the walk repository dot delete async method and pass the identifier based on the result, which I will store over here. So deleted walk domain model. So that's my variable name. If deleted walk is null, then respond with a not found back, which is a 404. Otherwise, we want to map the domain model to DTO, and then we will return the OK response back, and this will be mapper.map map into a DTO, so the walk DTO from the deleted walk domain model, and that will be our response. So now the controller is also ready. It's now time to test this. We have one walk in the database, which we'll delete now. So Swagger is running, and we will scroll down to the walks endpoint where we want to test the delete functionality. So we will click on try it out, and we want to pass a identifier, and we can take the identifier from the walks table. So copy that, paste it over here and execute. And this is performing the delete operation. So it came back with a 200 success response with the deleted walk over here. If I send it again, we should get a 404 not found back. So with this, we have completed the CRUD operations on Vox, and we also saw how we could use navigation properties to get related data of the related tables or DB sets of a domain or an entity.